Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the 2014 Venus in Virgo transit, part 3 of 3, and I'm going to be talking about how this transit will impact the signs Libra through Pisces, so that will be Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. And yes, it does pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant for those signs. Okay, the first sign, Libra. Well, Venus will be emphasizing the 12th house for these people, so obviously there will be more of a love, you could say, for privacy, their seclusion, introspection. The danger is there might be there might be some strong criticism toward themselves as far as their failings or their shortcomings during this period, as far as their limitations and restrictions, and I would avoid a tendency to be overly critical as far as those things go. Look at this transit as well. Perhaps Libra during this time will not be that demonstrative in showing their, I guess you could say, their feelings outwardly. There might be money that might be spent on things that they enjoy doing during their private time during this period. And obviously Virgo being an earth sign, it'll have some very likely have some pragmatic and practical value to the things that they purchase during this time, more likely than not. Now, for Scorpio, the 11th house is what's emphasized during this period, so there may be a tendency to be a little bit more critical of maybe friends and acquaintances during this time, and when going out with groups of people, and being maybe a little more judgmental of them. This might be a period where Scorpio enjoys things that are connected with things of an intellectual and analytical nature with their friends and acquaintances during this time. There may be perhaps some criticism themselves regarding maybe their goals and aspirations during this period. We look at this as maybe there might be more of a love shown toward friends than usual. Perhaps somebody that was a friend or someone that they had love for on a platonic nature, maybe this evolves into something stronger during this time for Scorpio. Now for Sagittarius, the 10th house is what's emphasized during this transit. Now there might be a proclivity to be more judgmental, more critical, maybe of employers, maybe people in position of authority, where this criticism wasn't expressed as strongly previously. In career matters, Sagittarius might be more punctilious with details than they are ordinarily. This could be a period where maybe a prospective loved one, if unattached, may be met, somewhere in connection in their career somehow. This could be a time where Sagittarius is willing to take care of those, even those tiny tasks that involve a lot of detail in their career. This might be a time where they do have this, I guess you could say, a love for maybe analysis in matters pertaining to their career and where they're going. It might be a time where they're maybe making like a progress chart or something and seeing where they are and how long it's taking them to get to some point in there as far as their career aims and objectives. And so anyway, the next sign, Capricorn. Now for Capricorn, during this period, the 9th house is what's emphasized, and this could be a period if Capricorn is involved in some kind of a collegiate studying or some kind of vocational school. This might be a period where they're doing maybe a little bit more analysis in connection with that, or maybe deciding if they're starting or they're getting ready to embark on a college study, maybe studying, analyzing what really is going to fit them, or if they are currently involved in a study, some program, they might be thinking about, is this really this right thing for me, or paying more attention to the fine details of what they're doing as far as this goes, and if it's the right course for them. This might be someone, ninth house is in-laws, so there might be a tendency maybe to be a little more judgmental and critical of them during this period. Perhaps there might be, look at the ninth house, it's also connected with long journeys, so there might be more of a love for this during this period for Capricorn, but at the same time might be very judicious and cautious, and really scrutinizing the details if they are planning on going on any trip, and looking at maybe well, really doing some analysis on this before they embark on any kind of journey. So anyway, and also a partner, a prospective partner of unattached might be met, maybe as far as possibly a foreign country or someone of a different ethnic background for Capricorn. Now, for Aquarius, the 8th house is what's emphasized, and this might be a period where Aquarius might be a little bit more critical and judgmental of a sexual partner, or someone that might be a prospective sexual partner during this time. There might be some more interest in connection with 8th house matters such as sex, death, the occult, astrology, and there might be a lot of detail that's involved when as far as these subjects go, and a lot of analysis. There might be things that are bought that are connected with 8th house matters. Maybe this person, maybe might be a number of Aquarians that might want to study deep matters as far as this goes, and purchase books that are maybe connected with this study. Say if it was astrology, they might decide to buy maybe some astrology books or something more during this period. And there might be a desire to perhaps not just be being judgmental and critical of a lover possibly, but looking at maybe ways that he or she may want to change him or her. So there might be, as far as transformation goes, so that's the danger in this transit. So last but not least, Pisces. Okay, for Pisces, the emphasis is on the 7th house, so naturally there might be that tendency to be a little hypercritical of a significant other or prospective significant other, and maybe analyzing perhaps their flaws a little more than necessary, or just analyzing the person in general. Now this could be a period where look at the 7th house is connected with relationships in general, and this is even platonic ones, could be business partnerships. So this could be a time where maybe the person may spend money on things connected with a business partnership, but be very prudent and judicious in doing so. This could be a period where a person brings things that are connected maybe with an intellectual nature into their relationship, and have a love of maybe doing these things with a partner. So that is that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for the Venus 2014 transit in Virgo, part 3 of 3. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be continuing my South Node aspect series. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel, but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.